What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and we'll call this a counter video to the video I released the other day, which was me finding hidden gems or games I'd never played before back when I was a kid, as part of my my journey into collecting all the Mega Drive games. So this was kind of a suggestion by Donald Mackerel, so I thought it'd be a good idea. So I got 10 games that I can't say wasted my money, because I've got to get them all anyway, but they are games that are not good, not in the slightest. And some of these might annoy people, especially the first one, because it has got its fan base. So the first one on the list is going to be Eternal Champions. Right, Eternal Champions is kind of one of them emotional roller coasters from the moment you start playing it. You plug it in, press start, and you get a really cool intro theme. I mean, it's one of the best intro themes I've heard on the Mega Drive. And then you get introduced into the character screen, and you've got some of the weirdest, most obscure characters ever created in a fighting game. I mean, there's even appearances from the only way I can mention it is describe it is it's a Temu version of Indiana Jones and the Green Lantern. I mean, the designs are just scantily clad women, proper uninspiring character designs, and then rip-offs from popular pop culture. So yeah, it's just it starts off great, and then the roller coaster of shit just carries on after that. And then we get into the gameplay. Now, I did put a good couple of hours into this, and it's a mixed bag. But I mean, the bag is just filled with shit. The game hub is the most uninspiring game hub I've ever seen in my entire life. It's something you could have drawn up in Windows Paint. There's no effort, no colour, and just a complete lack of design when it comes to the game hub. I mean, you look at fighting games like that came out around about the same time, like Street Fighter. Street Fighter's got colour. You can determine when your health bar is depleting from the yellow bar to the red bar. It's just, honest to God, it's not appealing to look at in the slightest. Control delays. With a fighting game, you cannot have a single delay in your button pressing, and this game is bad for it. I mean, I can press the button, get up, go make a brew, come back into my chair, get comfy, take a swig, and then it's thrown the punch. You can't have delays in fighting games, not in the slightest. Weak, lazy attempts of doing fatalities. I mean, fatalities were popular because of obviously the Mortal Kombat series, but these try to do it as a level hazard style of doing it. And the only way it's not like you have to be in a specific place. Just stay in the middle of the screen. As soon as you stay in the middle of the screen and you beat them, the fatality just happens. So yeah, there was no kind of inspiration of maybe putting button codes in, because kids used to love exchanging button codes in the playground. So yeah, there was absolutely no effort to come up with any sort of concepts for fatalities at all. And one thing that bugs me, and it's a cop-out for trying to get the most out of a game, and it's the last boss. The last boss is a piece of piss. The only reason it's made any form of difficulty is the fact you've got to beat him 4 times. And it just extends the gameplay by about 15-20 minutes. But the boss doesn't become any harder, because he throws out a couple of extra moves depending on what element he's using. But other than that, it's just a matter of jump over, jump kick him. Jump over, fly punch him, jump over, throw a projectile. It's, honest to God, it's the most mind-numbingly boring final fight ever. And you think of stuff like M. Bison, you think of stuff like Shanta Tsung and Goro and what was he called? Kintaro. These were bosses that when you beat them, you felt a sense of achievement. With this game, it's just you beat it and you're like, I'm glad that's over now. So yeah, Eternal Champions is absolute dog shit, and you'll never ever get me defending this game, even with its fan base. So, first one down. Next one. Again, another one that seems to have its fan following, and I can't stand it. Shadow of the Beast. This was a game that originally released in 1989 on the Amiga, and then 2 years later on the Mega Drive. Now, within that 2 year period, you expect the game to get better. Now, on the Amiga, it looks nice, and graphically, and the sound chip on the Amiga, even though it's very limited, the music's quite decent. But you would expect the music, at least, to be good on the Mega Drive. No. Graphics, downgrade. Controls, downgrade. Music is downgrade. And every time this game has been released, keep in mind this has been released on multiple systems, it's never getting better at any point in time. It's not. It's got worse. Came out on the Amiga. 2 years later, came out on the Mega Drive. And then a year and a half later, it came out on the Master System. It just downgraded every single time. Level design, or I should say gameplay design, because I wouldn't really classify any of this as levels, is you drop in, you run in a direction, collecting these pip things, go into a door, and then make your way up and down ladders. Honest to God, it's the most boring and lazy level designs I've ever come across with a video game. Now, Shadow of the Beast 2 is fantastic. It fixed everything, and it has, like, even the enemy design variation. You know what? I'm not even speaking about it anymore. Tell you what you can do with this shit. Tell you what you do with this shit.
And that's when I realised that gaming had turned me into a legend. What the Darling, have you had an every delivery again?
Wonder where that ended up. Oh well. Right, so on to our third game, which is Zool. This game should have been good. It had everything working for it, and it came out in a period of time when platformers were kind of were taking off. It went for the platforming style and the speed of Sonic the Hedgehog with a cool ninja design. I mean, the character, he looks pretty cool. But that's about as good as it gets. The game is a hodgepodge of graphical mess. Level designs, backgrounds, foregrounds just merged together, just causing absolute chaos. And on top of that, you have got advertisements. I mean, if it's a Chupa Chup, that's in the first level, just little Chupa Chup signs just plastered everywhere. There's another level that's got, I can't remember what's in it. I don't know if it's Pepsi or something like that. But there's another one. Oh, it's not 7. Is it 7-Up? No. There is another advertisement in another one of the levels, and it's just one after another after another. It's just yeah. I don't know what the need for all the advertisements. I mean, it is created by EA, Electronic Arts, and we know they've had a bit of a shady past when it comes to advertisements, especially what they did with the UFC games. But yeah, you don't go back as early as that to have to establish advertisements in the game. But anyway, so yeah, level design, graphic design is absolutely horrid. And one of, like I said about the champions, one thing that you see in a lot of games, and it's always there on the screen, and it doesn't need to be in your face. You just need the right information. Is the hub. You've got like little symbol like TI for time, LI for lives, SC for score, C for coins or collect. It can't be coins. There's no coins. It's collectibles. The entire game is just a collect fest. Instead of like time, put a little clock. Lives, put a picture of Zul's face. Score. You don't even need the the SC. Just put the fucking score. Sonic did it right. It wasn't blown up in your face. It was just a bit of information on the screen. There's no need to go over the top with a game hub like this game did. I mean, but there needs to be some form of inspiration, or you end up with a game hub like Eternal Champions. I mean, it frustrates me. I wanted to love Zul so much back when I was a kid. And I don't know if it was just basically down to I was in that period of time when I was playing a lot of decent platformers. I like Sonic the Hedgehog, but like I said, it's a collectathon. There's so many different items to collect. You've got candy to collect, screws to collect. You've got these little bobbly spring things. I don't even know what they are. Half of the items I'm collecting, I don't even know what they are. Mario, you had coins. Sonic, you had rings. Crash Bandicoot, you had apples. Just keep it at one item so you know what you're freaking collecting. Bosses. This is a real pet peeve of mine for this game. What the fuck are these boss battles all about? All they do is pick a random enemy from the level you've just completed, put it in a boss room and blow it up. There's no unique design for the bosses at all, and they're not even hard. They're not memorable, they're not hard, they don't have their own unique boss battle music or anything like that. It's the most uninspiring end of stage battle you will ever come across. I've never known another game to do it. Mega Man, Sonic, Mario, anything like that, any top quality iconic platformer has bosses that are worth remembering. The entire game, the best way I can describe the entire game, it's uninspiring, lazy, no challenge, no effort at all. And it's a shame because I really wanted to enjoy Zul. I mean, the character's cool, isn't he? Cool Zul. Right, on to the next one. And another one that is an iconic game for the Sega Mega Drive. And my wife loves it, and I don't know why. Echo the Dolphin. Echo the Dolphin has always been seen as an iconic game on the Mega Drive. And like I said, I don't know why. It's one of the most boring games ever. God-awful controls, boring atmosphere, and puzzles that just don't need to be as cryptic as they are. You get no form of like map system in this game, so you'll go to one part of the screen. Keep in mind they're trying to go with that open ocean thing, so the levels are massive. You go all the way to the end of the level. You'll be like, oh, I can't get past this point. So you make your way. You'll be like, oh, there's a switch here. I'll press this switch. You go all the way back to the other part of the thing. Press something else or push something, and then you make your way back to the other door again. And keep in mind, 9 times out of 10, these doors are timed activated. Or you've got to fire your sonic projectile at a crystal. Honest to God, it's the most the game was revolutionary back in its day. I will give it that, because it was kind of open world and there wasn't many games like that. But it's not aged well. I mean, games like Comic Zone was revolutionary, but that's aged amazingly. It's just, I have zero things to say good about this game, and I don't understand why people like it. I mean, I'd like my wife to explain to me why she actually likes Echo the Dolphin, because I think it's shit. Right. this was one that should have been good, because you can't really fail with a Mickey Mouse game, or can you? Mickey Mouse has had some amazing games on the Mega Drive, well, across multiple systems, but on the Mega Drive, I would say some of the best. World of Illusion, Castle of Illusion, Mickey Mania. Instead of making a game that was like them Mickey games, in an epic Mickey style, they tried to be, I think, I don't know whether they tried to be clever or tried to come up with a different style of Mickey game, because Mickey Mania is very different to the Illusion games, but both in the rights are really good games. But this gives me if you've ever played Page Master, you'll understand exactly where I'm coming from. Now, graphically, the game looks quite nice, but that's as good as it gets. Controls are arse. You slide around everywhere, but when you want to make jumps, it's like gravity. It's like you're being pulled back down to the floor. Now, in Castle of Illusion, there's another type of jumps. There's a jump where you press it and it's like a hoppy jump, but when you hold it and you do a big jump. There's no control of that at all. You can hold the button down when you're jumping over a thing, but it still feels like being pulled down. It's really, really annoying. It's really obnoxious. But like I said, graphics are decent, and that's pretty much all I can give it, because the controls are arse, and with the jumping scheme, it makes the game harder than it needs to be, and the music is some of the most forgettable music you will ever come across. It's, honest to God, it's just not. It's not even music. It's just noise. It's shocking, absolutely shocking, but not as shocking as this one, because this can't even be counted as a game. 688 attacks up. Now, I wasn't expecting much with a game like this, but I was at least expecting something. I spent 20 minutes in a menu screen with text going the noise was annoying me. It was really, really annoying me. It's the most obnoxious sound you'll ever hear. And once you get past that bullshit, you go back to the cockpit, and then there's things going on in the cockpit. You've got characters stood there just interacting with things, and there's no indicator on what you're supposed to click on apart from a little text box if you hover over something in the right space. It took me about 20 minutes, 25 minutes to get into the actual game, if you can call it a game, because all it was click this, click that, and you'd have some weird ass voice go, target acquired, and that was the game. That was literally the game. Click, click, target acquired, click, click, target acquired. It's not a game. You'd have more fun playing with a fucking calculator. I mean, that's the game that I had to get as well, because whenever for any list, it's the first game on a list. It's the first in alphabetical order. It's the first goddamn game. Right. So, the next one is, we nearly are done here, and we're going out with a freaking bang, and tell you that right now, is Batman Forever. Yeah, Batman Forever. Now, this game is notorious for being shit, and rightfully so. But as a kid, I wanted this game to be so great. I was so excited for this game. I even remember there was the TV commercial.
He can run, there's no escape. He can hide, that's his fate. He can fight with all his might and never win. When good battles evil, the real game begins.
I remember seeing in a magazine and the quote saying it's Mortal Kombat inspired combat. it'd be like, oh, this is an experience that you'll never forget. I mean, they weren't lying with that one, but I don't think they will. I don't think what they were spewing wasn't exactly what we got. All right, so like I said, everyone knows about this game and why is it awful. If you've never played it, well, if you've never played it, you're probably one of the luckiest people on the but it's jank. It's the best way I can describe it is jank. Do you guys ever remember a game that came out called Pit Fighter? And they tried to make it like Mortal Kombat style fighting. But you had your Mortal Kombat, and then Pit Fighter came out, which was shit, was jank. And then you have this, which is jankier, believe it or not. So yeah, it went from jank to jankier in one fellow swoop. There's no other way to describe it. So, combining the fighting style with some of the most cryptic controls ever made. If you're not playing, by the way, this game you can't play. You won't get through it without a 6-button controller, because you've got to unless you graft on a few extra fingers to get around the controller. Honest to God, it's weird. The controls are awful. The levels designs are so dark you can't see platforms you're supposed to be dropping down or going up. So it's that in itself is just a puzzle. And there's zero redeeming qualities with this game at all. Now, Batman has had a great past. And you think about games that came before this, yeah? You had a couple on the Spectrum. You had 3 on the NES. You had Game Boy ones. You had one on the TurboGrafx. You had the Master System one. You had the Game Gear one. These were games that came before this game came out. And every one of them, a couple of questionable ones, are far superior. Far, far superior. There's even 3 others on the Mega Drive that came out within a couple of years of each other, which were fantastic games as well. All superior. But yeah. So this is my 8 and 9, because I don't see the point in putting these as their own separate thing. And that is Bubsy 1 and Bubsy 2. Again, 2 games that are iconic for being shite. This is the reason, and there's one main reason why I'm not giving these their own 2 slots, because in my opinion, 1 and 2 were 2 of the same game. Bubsy 1 was abysmal when it came out, had no longevity, and everyone hated it. They released Bubsy 2, and it was a copy and paste. No redeeming qualities, no graphical upgrades, no controller upgrades. But the controllers are, if not even worse, to be fair, because the hitboxes when you're jumping on things in Bubsy 2 is atrocious. So technically, you can even put down as being even worse. And the level designs in Bubsy 2 are just weird. You make your way all to the right, you make you go up, go back right. Honest to God, it's a mismatch of just. Do you want to tell you how I think they created the level design? They got a pen, they got a piece of paper, and went, right, we'll start there, and then we'll go down here, and then up there, and then that's the end of the level. That's level 1. Go design it. That's how they came up with the design of the levels. I'm telling you now. It's two of the. It's right. This is gonna be disgusting, guys. Right. Think of this. It's Mars bar as a turd. Big log of shit pushing through your ass like that. Just because you clench your cheeks and half it snaps off, that doesn't make it 2 turds. It makes it one of the same turd. That's what this is. It's Bubsy 1 and Bubsy 2. So, yeah. Now, I can kind of feel sorry for this game because, excuse me, I'm eating shit. It came out at a period of time when you had a lot of characters looking to establish themselves as mascot characters. You had Cool Spot, you had Aero Acrobat, Mr. Nuts, Sparkster, all trying to compete themselves with the likes of Sonic and Mario as being this next mascot for the systems. So that is a kind of, that's the only point I can feel sorry for the game, for the character as a freaking Bubsy Bobcat. It's the only way I can kind of feel anything for this game. Is a pity that I think it came out and it was thrown into the deep end with better character designs. So yeah, cute Bubsy Bobcat. And last but not least is one that I've very recently added to my collection, and that is Global Gladiators. Now, this is the perfect example of nostalgia goggles, because as a kid, I really enjoyed this game. How? I don't know. Controls are some of the most ridiculous controls ever. There's 2 speeds to the game. Tippy-toe walking or rocket up the arse. If you're rocketing up the arse through the levels, you're done for, because enemies can shoot you off the screen. Like, before you even know there's an enemy coming, you'll be running and there's a projectile coming at you. And you're dead in about 5 hits. Now, I played it as a kid, and I loved it as a kid. I rented it a lot from it was called Coronation Road video store. I rented it a lot, and I enjoyed it. And it's a game where I feel as though them sort of memories should have stayed where it was, and I wish I hadn't kind of returned to it. But unfortunately, because we're in the middle of a collection, I've got to return to them, I've got to test them, and kind of feel a bit of the nostalgia again. But yeah, it's not great. Will it get better? I'm pretty sure it is. I mean, there's plenty of games out there that I still need to add to the collection. Will they all be good? Very much doubt it. But I'm pretty sure I will get enough shite in this collection to do a follow-up of this one. So yeah, so make sure you stay connected, guys, in this journey of my retro collecting when it comes to the Sega Mega Drive PAL journey. Keep on gaming, stay retro, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.